Hi everybody, we're here at Utah Dance Artists with Brooke Maxwell, and we're really excited to show you guys around. The first thing we're going to do is get a little tour of the facility, so it might get a little bumpy, but have fun. And then at the end, we'll do a Q&A with her about small business stuff and how she got started. So feel free to ask us questions, even if you have kids that are interested in dance, she'll answer questions at the end. So, all right, Brooke.
All right. Hey guys, we are so excited to have you with us today. We are going to step into two classrooms right now. One is a Dance With Me class that has a parent or guardian with these young kids. They're between the ages of 18 months and 3 years old. And then we will step secondly into a preschool tap class. And so just come along with me and we'll say hi.
Yay! Walking backwards.
All right, this one is Dance With Me. Hey, Leslie.
Hey.
What are you doing?
We're on a train ride.
Nice. How fun. Hey, Mom.
Hi.
All right. Okay, let's step into the other classroom. Hey, Miss Laura. You got a visitor today. Hi, girl. What are you guys working on today in class with Miss Laura? Maybe I should ask Miss Laura that.
Today we're doing shuffle steps.
Awesome. You want to give us a quick little demonstration?
Let me try it. Ready? That mirror. Here we go. And here we go. Shuffle. Switch our legs. Shuffle. Switch. Shuffle. One more. Shuffle. With the audience.
All right.
Nice. Woo! Great job. Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Just head back. Those little kids really like you.
Hey, thanks for joining us through the bumpy journey. We are very excited. We're just going to plug in one thing.
Kind of situated here.
Yeah.
We are really close.
Yeah.
Trying to get in this camera.
So we got our knees. Yeah, it's really fun. But this is one of my favorite parts of what we do at Gerber Business Solutions. We're getting to know the small business owners and seeing where they work and how they work and hearing about some of the struggles that they have. So I love to hear the behind the scenes stories, and I think that local people also and customers like to hear the background to any small business story. So let's hear a little bit more about what Brooke Maxwell has gone through for her small business. So how did you know that you wanted to start a dance studio?
You know, I feel so lucky because I have daughters that are still wanting to figure out what they want to do and be when they grow up. And probably the earliest age I can remember is age 7. I knew that I wanted to own a studio. And in a way, I feel like it was a foreordained calling or mission because I never questioned it. And it was very prominent, guiding me throughout my life. So I feel like from a very young age, I was preparing to do this.
Nice. So what kind of training did you go through in dance and things like that?
Well, my goodness, 40 years ago, dance training was so different. Dance has just boomed in the past 15, 20 years. My mom put me in at age 4, and I trained heavily and extensively in ballet, tap, and jazz technique. And I feel so fortunate because I trained with some of the greatest dance pioneers in Utah. I trained under Willem F. Christensen, who started Ballet West, originated the first Nutcracker in the United States. I trained with Roland Butler, a jazz tap pioneer in Utah, and I was up at the University of Utah in the 9th grade all the way through college. At that time, the University of Utah was one of the top 10 colleges for dance education. So the teachers there were just outstanding. I trained with Benet Arnold and Shari Lane, who is my inspiration. She taught me, I feel, how to be a great teacher. So I had great training. And just a side note, interesting, you know, when I was in high school, I was on the high school drill team, and school wasn't my passion, I guess you could say.
Interesting.
So
wow.
I would sit in my classes and draw formations of dancers and write my future studio name on pages and pages, different options. I started casting my vision, I guess, of the levels I wanted to have, the classes, the programs. And then when I got into college, most girls who major in ballet, they want to continue their training so they can audition, so they can be a professional dancer. For me, I wanted to leave after dancing all day, I wanted to leave and get back in the studio and teach. It was my passion. I mean, it still is my passion. And so I did the bare minimum of performance that I needed to do, and I would leave and go teach at studios across, you know, the Salt Lake, teaching from 4 to 10 each night, and I just loved it.
Nice. So you really got that passion at an early age for the teaching side of things.
Yes.
So that kind of draws me closer to the question that some small business owners might have. You know, when you were starting dance and you started your dance studio, you know, what was maybe a struggle that you had in starting that business?
That's such a good question. I, of course, wanted to teach dance because I was passionate about teaching and dancing. And so, of course, then you think, I'm going to start a successful dance studio. And then you realize that, you know, I didn't minor in business. I had a lot to learn in just the business industry in general. And so at first I did everything. You know, I did the marketing, I did payroll, the bookkeeping, the accounting, and slowly you branch out and have to learn other things before you hand them over to other people. And so I will have to say, probably about 5 years ago, I got to a point where I couldn't be in the classroom teaching at night and work all day. I had to be home with my family. And it was at that time where I had to say goodbye to teaching. And it was like a death. I mean, you open the studio because you love to teach, and all of a sudden it gets to a point you can't teach anymore. I'm kind of getting to that point where I think I'm going to be able to step into the classroom more, because now it's being managed. We have 55 teachers here at UDA and about 30 administrative staff.
Yeah.
Administrative staff has taken a huge load, and they're stepping up to the plate so that I can step away a little bit, I think, and be more involved in the classroom.
That's great. I know that is like definitely a blessing, but when you first start a business, you really, really want to just do it because you love that. And so it's kind of like, you know, a catch-22. The successfulness of your business is the part that is making you not so happy. So
yeah.
But it's great that you have a good support team. That's probably number one.
Oh, and I have to say,
and delegation is number one.
Yes, there's no way. You know, people are always so kind, and they, I guess, say what an incredible business you've built. But there's no. I didn't do this on my own. It was taken. And it's taken amazing people who've stepped into the organization at the right time, the right people to take it to the next level. And kudos and appreciation to them, because it wouldn't have become what it is without them.
It takes a team, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So let's talk about what separates UDA from other dance studios, other companies.
Well, like I said, I feel like from age 7, which sounds so silly, but it's true, from age 7 up through my early 20s, before I opened the studio, I taught for a lot of studios in the Salt Lake Valley, and it was such great education for me. I started taking notes of what I wanted to include in my studio, things that I didn't. I learned from the positive and the negative. And so, like I said earlier, I definitely had a vision of what I was trying to create. I never thought it would grow to, it started out in a basement studio to be as large as it is today. But I think what truly separates us is we have a place for every student that walks in our door. We are not only focused on recreation dance or competitive program dance. We are a place where you can start, a great place to start, but you can stay and meet the needs of your dancer through the different programs that we offer, and a place that you can grow. We have a pre-professional program. In fact, one of our dancers in our conservatory program, she's 15. They only accept 12 female dancers into the Joffrey Summer Ballet program, and she was selected. She's going to Joffrey this summer, and so we have dancers who are making programs such as that, and so it's kind of a one-stop shop, I guess, if you will. And so we have programs that are for kids who just want to dance purely for recreation, kids who want more performance opportunities, but they don't want to compete. We've got our competitive programs, our pre-professional program. We have a special needs program called Darby's Dancers for special needs dancers. So we've got a program for boys. We actually scholarship boys in ballet and jazz. Nice. They can take classes for free. We've got an artist in training program where we teach our students how to be teachers and choreographers. So and I love that. I love that we have a place for you.
Every aspect of dance, even the choreography. I love that they can learn any type of that here. Something that you were telling me about that I think is really interesting is the mini masters. And is that what you were talking about, where you're bringing in people from, like, dancers from New York and things like that, or is that
those are separate. So, thank you. So let me talk about the mini masters, because that's actually a new program that we've just started, and I didn't mention that. We have found that they're, I guess, millennials of today. It's hard to step in and make a huge commitment when everybody's so busy, and committing to something for an entire year is hard financially and time-wise. So we've created classes. They're called mini masters. They're 8-week-long sessions where a child can come in and dip their foot into a different genre of dance to see if they enjoy it. The great thing is there's no registration fee. There's no class uniform that they have to purchase or wear. No recital fees. It's just fun, and it's all creatively themed to make it fun. So January, February, we did a Princess Ballerina class, and that just ended. And tonight is our first class of Rhythm in the Reef. It's a tap mini master. It's close to being full, but we do have spots available. And maybe at the end I can do a little offer or something for anybody who'd like to come in and register before tonight.
For sure. So Brooke we'll just address that right now. Brooke is doing a promo for anybody that responds to this video. And so what do you want them to...
I probably should have thought about that. Well, the class starts, and we mentioned that first, at 4 o'clock today. We have a 3- and 4-year-old class. I think that's the 4 o'clock class. And then from 5 to 6, we have a 5- and 6-year-old class. I think our 3- and 4-year-old class has 1 spot available, but let me do my math. See, I still have to use my finger. I think we have 5 spots available in our 5- and 6-year-old class. But anybody who wants to enroll before 4 o'clock today, the class is, I think it's $95 for 8 weeks. We'll give you $20 off.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I have to tell you, the teacher who's teaching this class, she is amazing. She's actually my sister, but she is phenomenal. And I don't know, if anybody wants to reach out to come tonight and just do a trial class, like a free class, I'll talk to my office manager about that too. So if you are interested, make sure that you email info@utahdanceartists.com, attention Jennifer, or you can call at 801-562-0913 and also ask to speak with Jennifer Browning.
Perfect. Okay. Well, we have a question here from Cassandra Zundell. She says, how do you help your dancers excel without going overboard on time commitment, but still progress in skill and talent?
Oh, Cassandra, that's a really good question. I think probably everybody would agree that things are so competitive these days, and in order to, everybody feels they have to get to a certain level because the standard level of excellence is high. Unfortunately, I think in order to get to that standard of excellence, I wouldn't say unfortunately, but you dancers especially, because it takes, you have to be flexible, you have to retain muscle memory, and that takes time in the classroom. But at the same time, I think dance also, our, I guess, motto is to shine on stage and in life. And each month we have a theme that we focus on in the classroom. This month it is UDA Dancers Are Strong. And we try to use that as a life skill in the classroom. And so our whole mission at UDA is that we are not only teaching these dancers to shine on stage, but in life as just a normal human being, and to make them successful. Dance becomes the vehicle to teach them discipline and hard work and sacrifice. And by learning those skills, it doesn't matter if you're in class once a week, twice a week, but when you're in class and you have a teacher actively teaching these life skills, it will benefit them for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, so your approach maybe is more, it's discipline, but also understanding and care and compassion.
Oh, absolutely. I feel when I say discipline, we have a dress code, and when kids come into the classroom, we are here to dance. You're paying for us to teach your children to dance, right, not to play. But at the same time, to be honest, I have found over the past 25 years as a teacher, I've been teaching longer than that. Have I? I'm trying to think. How old am I? 30 years or whatnot as a teacher.
27. You're 27. We're all 27.
Okay. So just the past, I guess, 10 years as a teacher, if I'm 27 years old, that kids only really stick with dance when they feel they're progressing and they're learning and they're growing. And so that is a key component in retention, keeping our students and our families wanting to return to UDA, is that you see the growth that has taken place within your students. So yes, discipline, so that we have a structured classroom environment, but our teachers are so loving. You probably saw that at the beginning when we keyed in. If you didn't, you can go back and take a look at that. Keyed in to those teachers in the classroom earlier today. Yeah,
that's great. Wonderful question, Cassandra. And if anybody else has any questions, we're available at, Brooke is available, and Utah Dance Artists are available at, where can they find
info@utahdanceartists.com.
Yeah. And then do you have like social media pages that you want to call out?
Yes. So we have our Facebook page, our Utah Dance Artists Facebook. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and and our website, of course, utahdanceartists.com, which has a wealth of information about everything that we've talked about.
Nice. Well, thanks so much for taking the time today, Brooke. It's been amazing to get to know behind the scenes of a dance studio. If anybody wants to know anything else, you're welcome, Cassandra.
Can I share one other thing really quick before we end? We have a summer program that is during the month of July, and I'm so excited about it this summer because we are doing 3 new classes that we haven't done in the past, one of which is adult classes. So anyway, our summer program, it's designed so that a dancer can come in and take 1 or 2 classes that are for their level and age, or they can take all of the classes offered for their level and age to create like a dance camp experience. So they could be at the studio for a total of 6 hours a day for our older dancers during the day. But this year we decided to do 3 new classes, again, adult classes in tap, ballet, and jazz. And I plan to teach. I might bring in another teacher, but I'm so excited. So if any of you out there are former students and you want to come back in the classroom, let's do it. Let's get in there together. And then we are doing some acting classes this summer. We have a wonderful teacher, Peggy Bills. We will be doing musical theater classes, comedy sketch classes, and Broadway classes. They all have a production at the end of the summer. And then last but not least, we are doing kind of like a performance or a choreography performance masterclass type setting where kids come in. Again, it's for 4 weeks, 2 days a week, and they'll have a different teacher each week teaching them combinations, studying the genres of contemporary jazz, and they will learn the choreography, perform it for each other, so it's more of a master class experience.
Nice. That sounds like you have so much going on. That's wonderful. So if anybody needs the names of those specific classes, feel free to email that email address, and feel free to bug them on the modes that she's mentioned. Also, just to wrap up, if you have any interest in any other types of businesses that would want to do a spotlight, feel free to let me know. Or if there's something that you're interested in seeing, let me know also. We love to support small businesses, and we love to give shout outs to people that work hard like Brooke. So thank you so much.
You're awesome. I love her. She's awesome.
I pay her a lot.
Oh, yeah, right.
In t-shirts and free hugs.
She's the best.
Bye.
Thanks, Emily.
You're welcome.
See you later.
Bye.